And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Grim Fandango. We're on the lam from the Department of the Dead or something. And, yeah, we've joined a rebel organization and they need our teeth. So, yeah, I imagine they don't want our actual teeth, so I'm gonna try to make an impression of our teeth. I wonder if Glottis is still back here. Glottis? Glottis, my friend, I hope you're still alive. In the land of the dead, or something.
Hey, what did they do with Glottis?
Oh, he's gone. And this is the place we were, imprisoned in. But, if you remember, this was called Philodent. So let's, get that gooey bit again.
Ooh, ick.
Ick.
It came out like soft-serve ice cream, but judging by the smell, I think it's auto body filler.
Auto body filler, or perfect for, capturing dentures. But we need something to place it in. I wonder if our bosses are still busy. Can I enter through the normal way? I don't remember.
I'm not going upstairs. I want them to think I'm still locked in the shop.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. They still think I'm locked in the shop, so I need to go through the sneaky way. Through the sneaky tie way. Up we go. So I think the bad guys or whatever are in this office and I can't go in.
It's locked.
Oh.
I always liked the music up on the ledge.
Me too. It's very Bernard Herrmann.
And it made me feel, always made me feel like a little. Maybe it's because I actually have
vertigo.
A little bit of vertigo or whatever you say. No, vertigo's not the thing. But, yeah.
That happens a lot in Vertigo, the movie Vertigo, like the
yes.
Na, 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 na.
Yeah, it probably comes from that.
Like that dreamy falling sensation.
Well, I'm a huge Bernard Herrmann fan. How can you not be? He's really he was the guy who really brought kind of a seriousness of classical music to scoring. I mean, the guys before me, there were great composers before him. They were a little more sort of kind of the entertaining aspect of orchestral music, and I think he was really very serious about it.
Very serious about it indeed. To be fair, I love every bit of music in this game. I think it's amazing. But we're sneaking around, and luckily they can't see my silhouette against the curtains. But, if I remember correctly, this was Domino's office.
Dom's office is empty.
Good idea. Now technically, the rebels, the Lost Souls Alliance, either need our teeth or logins for the computers.
I'm gonna try to guess his password. Nope. It's not Golden Boy.
Nope, it's not Golden Boy. And if you keep trying, he's gonna keep trying different passwords.
I'm gonna try to guess his password. And it's not Mr. D either.
Mr. D. I actually don't remember all the passwords.
So much for Dommy.
Dommy.
Arrogant fraud doesn't work.
I was sure it was gonna work, arrogant fraud. Or Golden Boy. Golden Boy was my first bet.
Whew, I was scared it might be Eva. Well, he likes boxing too, but that ain't it.
It would be too obvious, wouldn't it?
Not greed.
Not greed.
Not vanity.
I was sure about that.
Not sleaze.
What about Sleaze Ball?
I give up.
So this is not gonna work. What's in here?
What the?
Yeah, I remember something about the mural. This would be the mural in, what's that guy's name? the Nemesis office.
The Nemesis.
Domino, the mural on the ceiling of Domino's office is there was something, I think maybe that angle wasn't planned or something in the game, and then whoever did the textures for that room put this crazy mural on there, and so it was like, oh, we have to show the mural. We have to get that up there. I remember there was some sort of fiasco around that mural.
Usually it's the other way around. Yeah. Usually artists put a bunch of beautiful work into something, and then someone turns the camera the other way and doesn't show it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you miss out on so many details just because you don't look around too much. Like this password system that he repeats on forever. Let's take another swig of his brandy or bourbon or whatever it is. Hit the spot. But what I'm actually looking for is this. Domino's disgusting mouthpiece, which you don't seem to want to focus on, Manny. Manny? One more time for good measure. You can do better, Manny. There we go. Gimme, gimme.
Ugh, Domino had this in his mouth.
I know. It's probably full of slobber. Slobber lobber. Okay, let's fill it up with Philodent.
Philodent. Good for dents, great
for
dentures.
dentures. That's exactly what I meant. Now, how do I use it?
It's already full of that stuff.
Use it, Manny.
It's already full of that stuff.
Manny? How do I use it? Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Wow, that made a perfect impression of my teeth. And like quite a chalky aftertaste, too.
But I'm sure that Eva will be very interested in our impression of our teeth. After that, we just have to get an army of pigeons or something. It's a normal day in the land of the dead, eh?
Got something here that might interest you.
Yo, Eva. I got something here. It's my impression of my teeth.
Manny, this looks like a perfect impression of your teeth.
I know.
We can use this as a mold to make a fake set of teeth and get into the computer system that way.
I know.
Work, soldier.
Thank you. I know. Good work. Now I'm gonna get on to the army of pigeons. Do I have all the ingredients for the master pigeon plan? Let me just check real quick. So I got my scythe, I'm gonna kill some bitches, and I don't know why I still have the cards. I got some bread, I got some balloon, and the fire extinguisher for some reason. I don't actually remember why I needed it, but I know that I need to go up on the roof. Oh, and I forgot to pick up something from Domino's office. Ah, silly. Silly me. You know, that curtain was a little bit cracked. I'm sure they can see me walking on the ledge. But what I was looking for is this.
There's something glowing in there.
There's something glowing in there.
It looks like a glowing hunk of coral.
I don't really know why he would have that. I guess it's just decorational, like an office toy. It looks very valuable. Strolling on the ledge. And we're gonna make something very clever and very dangerous. Where was it? That one. You will combine it with the ties.
I wonder if that's how Domino meant it to be used.
I'm not sure that Domino was planning on using the glowing hunk of coral with his boss's very extensive collection of ties. But whatever. We're just gonna use it to get up on the roof. Not dangerous at all. It's not like we could die from this. I mean, no fall damage in the land of the dead, right? Definitely not. Oh, Manny. Manny, why do I have to press so many times to get you up that ladder? Preposterous. Now you're walking really slow. Ah, there we go.
I used to work at a doctor's office, and one of the jobs that I was doing, just terrible jobs there, and one of them was the roof was covered in like 6 inches of pigeon guano up there. They had a flat roof, like the roof of this building, and they're like, look, we got to get that stuff off the roof. It's gonna break the roof. There's so much pigeon crap on the roof. And I had to go up there with like this flat shovel and cut. It was kind of like cutting brownies out of a pan.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just chopping up the bird poop and just scooping it up and throwing it off the roof. And but in chopping it up, I occasionally find like in sedimentary rock, like an archaeologist or a paleontologist, I would find the bones of a dead pigeon just inside this weird brownie of guano on the roof.
Wow.
So I had my fair share of bad jobs.
So this was really a kind of therapy to get that.
Yeah, man, really, there's
traumatic
not enough
experience.
poop on the roof to make this really.
Well, it's hard to indicate that with the technology of the time. Kind of just like if you did wind in you know in a 8-bit game, it just sounded like and just sounded bad, you know.
At least I got to clear the pigeons from the roof of my memories.
You got to clear the pigeons off the roof of your memories. And can you imagine so much pigeon crap that it would literally break the roof of a building? Man, Tim Schafer, baby, I'm so glad you went into video game making, because scooping up the brownie poop of pigeons doesn't sound like a nice job. Hey pigeons, I am here to take your babies.
I don't like the looks of those pigeons.
They look particularly vicious, and they are. They really are. Look at this.
Hey!
Hey! So they're not gonna let me approach their unborn young, of which I am very, very anxious to steal. Which is, you know, kind of bird cruelty, but hey, that's life. We need our carrier pigeons to deliver rebel messages. For some reason, because we don't have emails. And I am going to tempt them with bread and scare them with balloons. Because fuck you, pigeons. I'm death.
Maybe that will scare them. Eventually.
No, I need something a bit faster, Manny. And birds do love bread, especially skeleton ones. So are the birds also like demonic beings of the land of the dead, created for one purpose, and one purpose only, to crap on people's buildings? Because how do they get born? Are they like real pigeons from the real world? And when they die, they get born in the land of the dead? My mind wanders sometimes. Use it here, Manny. That'll teach ya. Don't mess with the Grim Reaper, stupid birds.
Yeah, beat it, you lousy little ledgepeckers!
That was probably Tim Schafer's frustration, shouting there a little bit about the lazy ledgepeckers.
You must come with me, young ones, for I am the Grim Reaper.
For I am the Grim Reaper of unborn dead baby pigeons. Yeah.
Agent Calavera and 2 guests.
I like the fact that the eggs floated in front of his hand, by the way. An interesting touch. So I got you your army, Mr. Rebel, sir.
Check these babies out.
Excellent, Manuel. With these, I can breed an entire army of winged messengers. Our revolution can spread now across the land, carried on the shimmering wings of justice, thanks to you. Agent Calavera. You are a friend of the revolution, Agent Calavera. And now, let me be of service to you.
You must go to the town of Rubalcaba, my friend.
If you want to find your lost soul.
How do you know where she is?
I don't. But everyone who wants to get to the 9th Underworld must cross the Sea of Lament.
and therefore must go to Rubalcaba to get passage on a ship. As long as you get there before she does, you'll find her. But it may be quite a wait. I'll wait as long as it takes. Manuel, are you in love with her? Love? Love is for the living, Sal. I'm only after her for one reason. She's my ticket out of here. That was some tunnel. I'm all the way to the edge of the petrified forest.
Yeah, we got out of El Marrow. We're in the petrified forest, you know, the dangerous place that no one wants to go to.
That line right there, love is for the living. I'm only after her for one reason, she's my ticket out of here. That was the key line that Tony and I would always go back to that kind of identified who that character was. The idea with Manny being a Hispanic Humphrey Bogart, that line evoked Casablanca in many ways, and that was kind of just we worked on that line more longer than we should have, but it was just one of those that we just felt was important to kind of nail and help define Manny.
And you could see Pete's musical treatment of it. He kind of suspended the music and had this little classical guitar melody that had a feeling of being like a pocket in time to further highlight that line.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it is, in fact, a very defining characteristic of Manny's, but only for the beginning of the game. He doesn't consider Meche to be a love interest yet. Oh, Glottis! Oh, what's wrong, buddy?
Glottis, my friend, why are you crying?
Manny? Oh, Manny, they fired me!
Me too, buddy.
You don't understand, Manny. I was created just to do that job. It's the only thing that makes me happy. It's like they reached into my chest and pulled out my heart and threw it into the woods to...
Glottis, what have you done? Oh, Glottis.
Oh, Glottis. You crazy demon, you. And look, demonic flying spiders. That's lovely. That's one of my nightmares, actually. This is not comfortable.
I always like Glottis because he's just so pure in his... I mean, he's by definition pure in that he's just the spirit of driving, kind of. Like, he was summoned from the land itself, and he has no... nothing but a desire to drive and go fast, and all his motivations are about like moving at high speed. He almost dies because he's going too slow at some point and he has to go fast again to come back to life.
Right.
But he also obviously cares about friendship and Manny, and he's a very loyal character.
So he's basically a demon of this land that has become an adrenaline junkie, basically. He needs speed to live.
No.
Oh no.
Ooh, ick.
Ick is right.
This is me playing with my own worst
I
fears.
know,
I was
right?
realizing while we're making this game, I just randomly was thinking about how nice it is that spiders can't fly.
I know, it's
spiders are
exactly
kinda
what I
icky,
mean.
But they're on the wall. You can stay away from them. Don't go in the garage. Don't get firewood ever. You can stay away from spiders. But what if they could fly? What if you had to, instead of like a bee buzzing around you or something, you had to worry about like there's a black widow. Like, wouldn't that be creepy? So we made flying spiders in the game.
This discussion is making my skin crawl because I hate spiders so much. So yeah, Glottis, thankfully, isn't dead. Although he won't survive for a long, long time. Because he needs his heart. Heart is good.
These spiders have Glottis' heart in their web.
That sounds a lot more romantic than it actually is.
It's stuck in there good.
Well, I think I can cut it out. What else do I have in here? Oh, okay, now I know why I have the fire thingy, fire extinguisher. But for now, I should be able to cut this out.
Piece of cake.
Uh-oh.
Ay, Chihuahua.
Ay, Chihuahua.
Don't think that's gonna work.
God, can you imagine flying spiders? You know, you already know that sensation of looking at a spider, looking away, and then it's gone. And then you expect it to just be on another wall or on the floor. But no, it would be buzzing behind you. Oh, stuff of nightmares, really.
It's an ugly pile of bones. Like me.
Like me. Oh, Manny.
Guess I could always use a spare.
I think, can they actually use other people's bones to just replace theirs if they lose a limb? I think so, and I kind of think it's awesome.
Soup's on. Huh, they don't seem very interested in that bone I put in there.
Can I use my scythe again? Only because I like to get it out, because it's so cool. Bzoom. There we go.
Oh, poor spiders. No more demon heart to eat.
Oh, poor little demonic creatures burning fiery hell fires of doom hell. How do I get out of here? This perspective is confusing. Isn't there another commentary around here? God, your snoring makes my skin crawl. I hate it so much. Oh, well, at least he seems to be having a nice dream, right?
It's still beating.
Perfect. Put it in him, quickly.
Heart. Heart is good. Be good to heart. Don't tear out heart. Heart is good. Strong, beating, good heart. Hey, is that my car?
Mr. Lamont, I assure you the missing woman will be found. I will personally track her down myself.
Just like you personally picked her up from the land of the living?
That was my intention, but Agent Calavera somehow got to her first.
We gave you the fastest car, Domino. We gave you all the best clients. You had all the advantages. So how was this Calavera able to sneak in there and eat your lunch? Oh, now, Hector, you can't get too mad at Domino. That wasn't his fault. Oh, I can, Don. You should know I can get too mad. But not at Domino. After all, he wasn't in charge of this operation. At least, not until now. Hector, no! Marigolds. Funny. For some reason, I was expecting tulips. Well, maybe Mr. Calavera, eh, Domino? Why don't you personally go down to the basement and escort him up here? The sooner he's sprouted and we can get back to business, the better.
Wanna go for a ride?
I thought you'd never ask!
Aw, yeah, we're gonna ride in the bone wagon. How do you drive this thing? With the mouse? Ah, okay. I think it's a bit easier than last time. What's in here? We have a few paths we need to explore.
Well, this is the area that Tim and I would make a lot of jokes about because, you know, producer type person, I need to shorten the game, cut it somehow. So this area, I would, you know, say, hey, we need to cut the beavers. Does that make sense?
He's like, no way. Not cutting it.
Oh, well, the whole time we'd fight about it, and it was that one kind of thing where, that was the story I told a little earlier about the ship, you know, and he said, Leslie, a game is like a ship, and the ship is going, and it's going to keep going until it stops. And I was like, what kind of logic is that? It has to finish at some point. So I was like, look, the beavers got to go, and they'd always be on the list, and he actually drew me a little pictures on a napkin of like the armadillo, the beavers on fire, and he's like, why did you cut me, Leslie? Please don't cut me, Leslie. And he would just poke me.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I could have worked in such an environment. But we don't have to go in that area just yet. Let's go here. Oh yeah, this is the area.
Híjole, mano. What sort of unholy Christmas tree farm is this, Gladys? Gladys?
Manny, check out this wheelbarrow, will ya?
Okay.
A couple of ATV nubby tires on the back and a 2-stroke lawnmower engine. We could make one sweet go-kart.
Not a bad idea. Maybe. Why is the tree so loud?
Some of the things that we came up with for this game, like the Petrified Forest. Well, Petrified Forest is right out of a Bogart movie. Right. Right? That's coming from the name of a Bogart movie.
And he's actually a gangster.
A bad guy. He's a bad guy in it, yeah. But having these little things pumping it, I don't know where this like came up with. Like, I feel like in games now we try to make things make sense. Like, oh, you go to a gas station, something you know that exists. But here, it's a weird hydraulic pump factory with a counterweight on top of it for sucking something out of the marrow out of these trees.
Oh, right.
But this it's all worth it because it was satisfying to see Gladys spin around on the top of it.
I like the environmental message myself.
This forest sucks the marrow out of everything.
But I wonder why. Gladys, can you tell me, my friend? Once I get to you.
Gladys, what are they doing to that tree?
Oh, city boy. You work all day in a 60-story skyscraper, but didn't you ever wonder what it was made of? The marrow of these trees, Manny. They suck it out. It's like cement.
Is that why the town's called El Marrow?
Huh? Never thought of that. Maybe so.
Maybe so. Yes. So, all the buildings in El Marrow are made from the substance from these trees, which is kind of a weird environmental message thing going on. Oh, another commentary there. I gotta get it.
I remember in this room, as in several others, Julian, we used a sound ambience that we recorded using a contact microphone on various machines, like Coke machines, other vibrating devices or machine-like devices that produces a kind of interesting hum. And if you put your ear up against a Coke machine, or I was just on the Golden Gate Bridge last week and I stuck my ear up against one of those, 300, 200-foot pylons, and it's amazing the resonances that are going on in those type of resonant bodies. And we would record things like that and turn them into ambiences for some of the rooms.
Now, the reason why Gladys wants to use this wheelbarrow and pumps and stuff is because there's another area that we need to go to, but it's too high. So we need to upgrade our bone wagon because, it's not ostentatious enough. So,
Switches up.
Maybe it has to be down.
Ooh, careful, Manny! With the harmonic balancer turned off, those pumps might shake that tree apart. Oh, but... Oh!
Oh!
If we shook the tree down, those pumps would dislodge, and I could make high-lift shocks out of them for the bone wagon!
Hell yes!
Hold on! I'm going to unbalance that wheel with some of these weights. That'll shake her down for sure.
For sure, buddy. For sure.
Okay, just give me a second to balance these doggies.
Yep, no problem, buddy. You just keep doing what you're doing.
Hey,
Outside of the entertainment value, that didn't do what I had hoped.
Well, it's part of the puzzle, but I'm gonna let him down for now because there's another part of dialogue that I love. I'm sorry, Gladys.
That was a dirty trick, Manny.
Oh, it was an accident. I bumped the switch with my elbow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Stupid bony elbow, but we're gonna do it again.
Hey, while you have that off, let me try moving those weights around some more.
Yeah, sure. Just go ahead, buddy. I'm sure it's gonna work brilliantly this time.
Now, no monkey business this time, Calavera.
Monkey business? Me?
Man, you promised!
Aw, poor Gladys, but there's a reason to this, because this is actually a puzzle. We have to move this wheelbarrow on these pipes. I don't know in what order. We basically have to help knock this tree down, because we need the pumps. So bear with me, I'm gonna try and solve this. I think it's very random.
Manny, until now we scraped along the ground like rats. But from now on, we soar. Like eagles. Heh. Like eagles on POGO sticks!
Oh my god. Like eagles on pogo sticks.
What a relief. I was getting concerned that our transportation wasn't ostentatious enough.
Get in! Or are you afraid of heights?
Not me, buddy. No, I am quite confused because in the original game, there was some, like, badass surfer dude music going on while you were driving in the bone wagon. And that seems to have disappeared and it doesn't exist anymore, so where did it go? I really liked it. And now we can use the hydraulic system to get up that ledge. Calm down, Gladys. So what do we have in here? Yeehaw!
There's a big old padlock on this outer gate.
This one was,
How could you ever cut this?
I know, but programmatically, it was buggy, and it was hard. No one understood, like, how to solve this puzzle for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, look, you gotta pick something, and we hadn't started it yet. And so this is a classic Tim technique. When you want to cut something, he will start putting it in the game.
Yeah.
So that everything gets in. So, yeah. Funny.
Can we go in?
Manny! What are you doing? Don't you know what's on the other side of that gate?
Yeah, the way out of the forest.
Demon beavers, Manny! They'll make you into a dam!
Relax, Geppetto. I'm not made of wood.
But Manny, they don't use wood.
Oh.